Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 6, Event number 5. That is right guys, we have officially reached the halfway point here in Season number 6, and before we begin today's video, I did just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody out there. I know the day that I'm posting this video is Christmas Eve, but with Christmas being tomorrow, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody out there. I hope that you guys will have a great and happy holiday, get to spend some time with family and friends, get some really awesome presents, hopefully some new Monster Jam Diecasts, and yeah. So before we begin today's video, I also wanted to very quickly go over the top 10 in the point standings coming into this event. So, without further ado, coming into this event, your points leader right now is Ryan Hayward in Excalibur. He has 16 points, and only 1 point behind him in second is Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro in Dancer, your event number 4 winner. Then we actually have a three-way tie for third, fourth, and fifth, which is between MonsterJamPlanet and Mechanical Mischief, Lety Espinoza in the Holiday Stunt Truck, and Aaron 310 Monster Jam in the Snow Drifters Megalodon. Those three trucks all have 14 points, only 2 points behind the lead, so they are third, fourth, and fifth, like I said, which means the top 5 in the point standings right now are all separated by just 2 points. Then standing alone by himself in 6th place, we have Frank Triplett in the Gravedigger Track Ace. He currently has 13 points, and he is only 3 points behind your points leader, Excalibur. Then we actually have a tie for 7th and 8th, which is between Monster Jam Collector 2008 in Batman and Monster Jam Fan 0311 in Holiday Hauler. Both of those two trucks have 12 points and are only 4 points off of the lead. And then finally, rounding out your top 10, we actually have a tie for 9th and 10th, which is between Dolores Simmons in the 2011 Monster Mutt and Mark Galloway in Scooby-Doo. Both of those two trucks have 11 points and are 5 points behind the lead. So that is the top 10 in the point standings coming into this event. Like I just said, the top 10 are only within 5 points of each other. It is still a very, very tight race for the championship right now. And again, this is event number 5 out of 10. This officially marks the halfway point. So there is still some time left in this season, but we're starting to slowly creep along and get down to it. So it's going to be really interesting to see how things play out. Now, as always, if you lose in round number 1 here, you will receive 1 point for this event. And just like all season, I have down in the description below and in the comments a list of the entire field of trucks so you guys can see what truck you are in, because as always, you guys are in the same truck for every single event. So without further ado, we are going to kick things off with Iron Man taking on Gravedigger Track Ace. So event number 5 is underway. And the first win is going to go to Gravedigger Track Ace with a come-from-behind win. Also, one other thing that I forgot to mention in the intro is there are 4 trucks in this holiday racing that are yet to make it out of round number 1. Those 4 trucks are Higher Education, Pirate's Curse, Iron Man, and Son of a Digger. We just saw Iron Man lose in round number 1 yet again, and now Son of a Digger is racing here in just the second race of the event. He is taking on the Snowdrifters Dragon, so Iron Man was not able to finally make it out of the first round, but let's see if Son of a Digger can. And did he get the win? He didn't hit the shelf, and I almost think it is Dragon by a little bit. Let's go straight down. Oh my goodness, just barely. Dragon eliminates Son of a Digger, and he joins Iron Man as still not being able to make it out of round number 1. Man, oh man, that is just tough luck there for both Iron Man and Son of a Digger. We will see if Higher Education or Pirate's Curse can have better luck later on in this round. But anyways, guys, next up we have Dancer, who is second place in the point standings and your event 4 winner. He is taking on the Snowdrifters Earthshaker in one of 2 Spin Master battles here in round number 1. And what a race down to the end, and Dancer is just barely gonna edge out the Snowdrifters Earthshaker. Next up, we have Michigan Ice Monster taking on the 2017 Monster Mutt. And a slow start for Monster Mutt, and he is not going to be able to make the comeback. Michigan Ice Monster will take the win. Next up, we have Avenger taking on third place in the point standings right now, Mechanical Mischief. or tied for third place, I should say, and he is going to take the win over Avenger. Next up, we have TMNT taking on 7th place in the point standings, Batman. And Batman rolls over. That was just a terrible run for him, and that is not what he wanted to see, but he will be eliminated by TMNT. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking on Orange El Toro Loco. And a pretty good race here. And it looks like Orange El Toro Loco is going to get the comeback win. Next up, we have a Tomfoolery Motorsports battle here between Jester and Excalibur. Like I've said before, Excalibur is your points leader. Let's see if he can continue his dominance here. And he is going to cruise by Jester and take the win. That truck is so fast. Next up, we have Megalodon taking on Santa's Monster Sleigh. And Megalodon rolls over, but he is able to block Santa, and as you guys can see here from the side angle, he will take the win. Next up, we have the Old Tool Gravedigger taking on the White Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And they both roll over, and it looks like, as you guys can see from the side angle here as well, Hot Wheels is going to take the win. Next up, we have Tasmanian Devil taking on Soldier Fortune. And Soldier Fortune is gonna take the win. Man, oh man, this season might just not be meant to be for that Tasmanian Devil truck. Next up, we have Dragon taking on the Snowdrifters Max D. And a pretty good race right there, but Max D will take the win. Next up, we have Red El Toro Loco taking on the 3rd out of the 4 trucks that are yet to make it out of round number 1, Higher Education. Let's see if he can take the win. And no, he will not. Just like Iron Man and Son of a Digger, his round 1 losing streak continues, and Red El Toro Loco will move on. Next up, we have the Black Roll Cage Hot Wheels taking on Holiday Hauler, who is currently tied with Batman for 7th in the point standings. And they both roll over. Hot Wheels ends up doing a wheelie, and I'm going to have to adjust myself here to show you guys. Oh man, we're going to have to go straight down. I think it is Hot Wheels. And yes, it is. Just barely Hot Wheels is going to edge out Holiday Hauler. Next up, we have Zombie taking on Mohawk Warrior. And Zombie is going to take the win. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse, the 4th and final truck in round number 1 that has yet to get a win. And he is taking on Crazy Train. And, oh, I thought Pirate's Curse was going to have it. His race was pretty similar to Iron Man's, where he had the lead, but Crazy Train makes a good comeback to take it. Next up, we have one of the 3 trucks that is tied for 3rd place in the point standings, the Holiday Stunt truck, and he is taking on the 2014 Monster Mutt. And I think Monster Mutt got the upset win. He definitely did. Wow, that is a big, big upset right there. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on Crustacean. And Crustacean spins out Monster Mutt Rottweiler to take the win. What an interesting race that was. Next up, we have Scooby-Doo, who is currently just barely hanging on to a top 10 spot in the points, and he is taking on Max D. And it is going to go to Scooby-Doo. And now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like Scooby-Doo and Max D have raced each other multiple times so far this season. And the races are always just completely randomized. I always randomly select them. So that's pretty interesting. Hopefully they don't have to face each other again this season, or at least not for a few events at least. But anyways, guys, next up we have Vixen taking on Captain's Curse. And Captain's Curse is going to take the win. Next up, we have the New Tool Gravedigger taking on Jurassic Attack. And Gravedigger is going to take the win. Next up, we have the 2nd and final Spin Master battle here in round number 1 between the 3rd and final truck that is in that 3-way tie for 3rd, the Snowdrifters Megalodon, and he is taking on Prancer. And Prancer did not hit anything. Did he get the upset win, though? It doesn't look like it. Let's go straight down. And no, Megalodon is going to take the win. Next up, we have Blue Thunder taking on your Event 1 winner, who has kind of struggled since then, the 2011 Monster Mutt. However, he is still holding on to a top 10 spot in the points. Let's see if he can get things turned around here today. And he will not. That was pretty interesting there. He was doing a wheelie, and it looked like some part of the truck maybe got like stuck in the carpet or something, and that's going to give the win to Blue Thunder. Next up, we have the final race of round number 1, which is going to be between Prowler, whose struggles have been well documented so far throughout this season. He is taking on Stone Crusher. Let's see if he can do it. And no, he will not. His season and Tasmanian Devil's season have just been identical up to this point, and Stone Crusher is going to get the win. Alrighty, guys, so I know it's a little bit crammed over here, but all of these trucks in this line right here, all 24 of them lost in round number 1, which means that they will receive 1 point for this event. And now it is time for round number 2. Again, these 2 lines of trucks, like I said, I know it's super crammed, but just ignore these. They're out of it. But these 24 trucks have all made it to round number 2. So here's a great look at all of the matchups in this round. And as you guys know, if you lose in this round, you will receive 2 points for this event. So without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Gravedigger Track Ace taking on the Snowdrifters Dragon. So round number 2 is underway. And the first win is going to go to the Snowdrifters Dragon, eliminating 6th place in the point standings, Gravedigger Track Ace. Next up, we have Dancer taking on Michigan Ice Monster. And, oh man, Michigan Ice Monster almost had the comeback win, but Dancer is going to be able to block him, and he will move on. Next up, we have Mechanical Mischief taking on TMNT. And what a race down to the end! Oh man, that is probably the closest race of the entire night. But let's go straight down, and just barely Mechanical Mischief is going to edge out the Turtle. Next up, we have Orange El Toro Loco taking on your points leader Excalibur. And if Excalibur wins this race, he would be going head-to-head with Mechanical Mischief in the next round. And that would just be an insane race. So let's see if he can take the win here, and we will get to see it. And he will not! Oh, wait, I don't think. I think it's still El Toro Loco. He definitely had it, but then rolled backwards. I think, however, he was still able to get it, but let's see. That was just insane. I cannot believe that. We're going to go straight down here, and look at that. Just barely. Orange El Toro Loco eliminates your points leader, so he will not be facing Mechanical Mischief in the next round. Orange El Toro Loco will. Next up, we have Megalodon taking on the White Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And Megalodon rolls over, and that is going to give the win to Hot Wheels. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune taking on the Snowdrifters Max D. And Soldier Fortune, just like Megalodon, is going to roll over, and that will give the win to Max D. Next up, we have Red El Toro Loco taking on the Black Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And Red El Toro Loco is going to take the win. Next up, we have a very interesting race here between 2 trucks who were just lingering outside of the top 10 in the points. We have Zombie, who coming in has 10 points and is tied for 11th. And then Krazy Train has 9 points and he is tied for 14th. So let's see who is going to take the win here. And Zombie rolls over, but he is able to land in front of Krazy Train to block him for the win. That is a tough break for Krazy Train right there, because that truck has started to look really fast recently. But anyways, guys, next up we have the 2014 Monster Mutt taking on Crustacean. And Monster Mutt rolls over. That is going to give the win to Crustacean. Next up, we have another interesting race here between Scooby-Doo, who coming into this event is tied for 9th in the points, and Captain's Curse, who is actually tied with Zombie for 11th. These 2 trucks are only separated by 1 point in the point standings, so let's see who's going to win here. It is going to be an amazing race. That was really good. But Scooby-Doo is going to be able to edge out Captain's Curse. Next up, we have New Tool Gravedigger taking on the Snowdrifters Megalodon. And Gravedigger rolls over, and Megalodon is going to move on. Next up, we have the final race of round number 2, which is going to be between Blue Thunder and Stone Crusher. And Stone Crusher is going to take the win. Alrighty, guys, so here's a look at all of the trucks that lost in round number 2, which means that they will get 2 points for this event. And now it is time for round number 3. As you guys can see here, we are down to just 12 trucks remaining. So here's a great look at all of the matchups. And if you lose in this round, you will receive 3 points for this event. So without further ado, we are going to kick things off with the Snowdrifters Dragon taking on Dancer. So round number 3 is underway. And the first win is going to go to Dancer as he is trying to win back-to-back. Next up, we have another interesting race here between Mechanical Mischief, who is tied for 3rd in the points, taking on Orange El Toro Loco, who has been pretty fast this season. He is in a 4 or 5 way tie right now for 14th. So let's see who is going to take the win. It is going to be Mechanical Mischief. That Orange El Toro Loco truck has been quick, but just not quick enough to beat Mechanical Mischief. And guys, don't look now, but Dancer and Mechanical Mischief are going to be kicking off round number 4, which is just going to be an amazing race. But anyways, guys, next up, we have the White Roll Cage Hot Wheels taking on the Snowdrifters Max D. And Hot Wheels turned way to the right, but Max D, he kind of turned at the end, as you guys can see. But taking a look here from the aerial view, we are going to go straight down. And it looks like, pretty obviously, that Max D is going to take the win. Next up, we have Red El Toro Loco taking on Zombie. And Red El Toro Loco rolls over, and that is going to give the win to Zombie. Next up, we have Crustacean taking on Scooby-Doo. And Crustacean is going to get the upset win over Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have the final race of round number 3, which is going to be between the Snowdrifters Megalodon and Stone Crusher. And, oh, what a race that is! Megalodon had the lead, then he kind of rolled there, and I don't even know what he ended up doing, but Stone Crusher might have been able to pass Megalodon for the win. This is a look at the aerial view, and we're going to have to go straight down. And Stone Crusher is just barely going to get the upset win over the Snowdrifters Megalodon, who coming into this event was tied for 3rd place. Alrighty guys, so these 6 trucks right here all lost in round number 3, which means that they will receive 3 points for this event. And now it is time for round number 4, otherwise known as the quote-unquote quarterfinals. So as you guys can see, there are 6 trucks remaining here, and here is a great look at all of the matchups. Now, if you lose in this round, you will receive 3 points for this event, but just like always, the 3 losers in this round will be going head-to-head in one triple threat race to decide the 4th and final spot in the semifinals, because obviously 6 would go down to 3, and 3 is an odd number. So if you lose, don't click off the video just yet, because you will be coming back as a fast loser. But anyways, guys, without further ado, we're going to kick things off with what should be an amazing race between Dancer and Mechanical Mischief. So since Excalibur lost in round number 2, this race is most likely going to determine who will be your new points leader. So let's see who it's going to be and who will be the first person to move on to the semifinals. It is going to be Mechanical Mischief. Dancer rolled over and for now has been eliminated, although he will be in the fast loser race. Next up, we have the Snowdrifters Max D taking on Zombie. And Max D is going to take the win over Zombie. Next up, we have the final race before the triple threat fast loser race, and it is going to be between Crustacean and Stone Crusher. And Crustacean is going to get the upset win. I cannot believe that that truck is moving on to the semifinals. And now it is time for the triple threat fast loser race. Now this race should be really interesting because it's between 3 trucks that have all been pretty good so far this season. Obviously some better than others, such as Dancer. You know, he is 2nd place in the point standings and won event number 4. But Zombie and Stone Crusher have both had pretty solid seasons of their own. They are both lingering just outside of the top 10 in the points. So this race should be interesting. Winner takes all. Let's see who it's going to be. It is going to be, I think it's Stone Crusher. Zombie rolled way over there. It looks like Stone Crusher was able to block Dancer, but let's give you guys a proper aerial view here. And in fact, I think Dancer might have even went further than Zombie. Let's go straight down. So Stone Crusher won, then just out of curiosity, who went further, Zombie or Dancer? Let's see. It looks like it was Zombie, but obviously it doesn't matter because both of those two trucks are going to be eliminated, and Stone Crusher is going to advance to the semifinals. Alrighty, guys. So both Dancer and Zombie have been eliminated here in round number 4, which means they will both receive 4 points for this event. And now it is time for the semifinals, so let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of Mechanical Mischief, we have MonsterJamPlanet. Inside of the Snowdrifters Max D, we have Salty Cracker FB. Inside of Crustacean, we have JB, the PA Motorsports Fan 05. And inside of Stone Crusher, we have Craig Cooper. So, Max D and Crustacean, both coming into this event, only had 6 points. So it's honestly really surprising that those two trucks have made it this far. But they definitely needed it if they wanted any chance to win the overall championship this season. All the points they have gained here today are definitely going to help them out. As for Mechanical Mischief, I want to say this is his, I believe, 3rd semifinals appearance this season in only 5 events. He has yet to win an event this season, but I believe the other 2 times he made it here, once he lost in this round, and the other time he lost in the championship race, I believe. And then Stone Crusher has made it to the semifinals, I want to say once so far this season, which I believe was event number 3. I could be wrong though, but he is right now coming into this event with 9 points, just outside of the top 10. I believe he was in like a 5-way tie for 14th with 4 other trucks. And as you guys know, Mechanical Mischief was in a 3-way tie for 3rd, but with Excalibur and Dancer losing already, I believe he is going to be your new points leader. So, without further ado, guys, that is the field of trucks. So, we are going to kick things off with Mechanical Mischief taking on the Snowdrifters Max D. So, who is going to go to the championship race? Will it be MonsterJamPlanet or Salty Cracker FB? It is going to be, it looks like Max D. And yes, it is! Salty Cracker FB and the Snowdrifters Max D is moving on to the championship race. What an upset that was right there. Mechanical Mischief has been eliminated in the semifinals for the 2nd time this season, so he has still been unable to win an event this season. But I believe now, if my math is correct, him and Dancer should be tied for the points lead after this event. I'm still going to have to add everything up once I'm done filming this, but I believe he is going to be tied with Dancer after receiving 5 points here for losing in the semifinals. So who is going to meet Salty Cracker FB and the Snowdrifters Max D in the championship race? Now this is actually a rematch from the previous round. Stone Crusher came back as the fast loser and he is looking for redemption on Crustacean. So is it going to be JB the PA Motorsports Fan 05 or Craig Cooper? Let's find out. It is going to be Crustacean once again. In back-to-back rounds, he has eliminated Stone Crusher, and JB, the PA Motorsports Fan 05, is moving on to the championship race. And as for Craig Cooper and Stone Crusher, unfortunately he has been eliminated here in the semifinals, but still nothing to be ashamed of. This truck has been pretty fast this season, and he is going to receive 5 points for this event. So now it is time for the championship race of Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 6, event number 5. And boy, oh boy, I will say this is a very unexpected one. So inside of the Snowdrifters Max D, we have Salty Cracker FB, and inside of Crustacean we have JB, the PA Motorsports Fan 05. So like I said when I introduced the semifinals, both of these trucks coming into this event only had 6 points each, which means before this event today, these two trucks had only won 2 races each through the first 4 events, and now they are meeting here in the championship race in event number 5. They are both trying to turn their seasons around, and this was an amazing way to start doing so. So let's see who is going to win. The winner will get 7 points, and the loser will get 6. So the winner of Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 6, event number 5, is going to be none other than... It is going to be JB, the PA Motorsports Fan 05 in Crustacean. Congratulations, man. You have gotten the win here today and a very well-deserved victory. I'm pretty sure this is the first time you have ever won an event on my channel, and you are going to be collecting 7 points for this event. And as for Salty Cracker FB and the Snowdrifters Max D, I really can't believe this truck made it this far as well. You definitely have nothing to be ashamed of, man. 6 points for this event is still really, really good, but unfortunately you fell just short on getting the win, so better luck in event number 6, and maybe you can make it that one step further and get the win. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for the racing portion of this video, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to total up the current point standings to see where everybody sits, so I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so here is a look at the point standings after this event, and as you guys can see, just like I suspected, we now have a tie for the points lead between Cool and Chillbone Nick Bro in Dancer and MonsterJamPlanet in Mechanical Mischief. They both have 19 points and are now tied for the points lead, only 1 point ahead of third place Ryan Hayward. He currently has 18 points, and then in fourth place we have Aaron 310 Monster Jam in the Snowdrifters Megalodon. He has 17 points and is only 2 points behind the lead, so the top 4 right now are separated by only 2 points. Then 5th and 6th we have a tie between Lety Espinoza in the Holiday Stunt Truck and Frank Triplett in Gravedigger Track Ace. Both of those guys are only 4 points behind the lead. Then 7th, 8th, and 9th, we have a tie between Craig Cooper and Stone Crusher, Mark Galloway in Scooby-Doo, and the Cameron 9785 in Zombie. All 3 of those guys have 14 points and are only 5 points behind the lead and definitely still have a chance to win the championship. Then we get into the trucks with 13 points, including today's winner, JB, the PA Motorsports Fan 05 in Crustacean, as well as Monster Jam Fan 0311 in Holiday Hauler, and Monster Jam Collector 2008 in Batman. All 3 of those guys right now, which are technically in the top 10 since they are all tied for 10th, they are only 6 points behind the lead, and they also still very much have a chance at winning the championship this season. Then we get into the trucks with 12 points, which we currently have Salty Cracker FB in the Snowdrifters Max D, Weebob24 in Captain's Curse, Dolores Simmons in the 2011 Monster Mutt, and Monster Jam Fan 25 in Orange El Toro Loco. All 4 of those guys have 12 points. They are only 7 points off of the lead, which with 5 events still left to go this season, they definitely have a chance to win the championship as well. Then we get down here to the trucks with 11 points. We have Robbie Jarowski in Dragon, DerekMJDestruction in Crazy Train, and Chantel DuBois in Michigan Ice Monster. They all have 11 points, and they are only 8 points off of the lead. I would say that they definitely still have a chance as well. Then rounding out your top 20, we actually have a tie here between John TC in Vixen and Xavier Singleton in Megalodon. They both have 10 points and are 9 points behind the lead. So that is your top 20, or technically the top 21 in the point standings after this event. Now I will scroll through just to very quickly show you the rest of the standings. So starting off with Red El Toro Loco all the way down to both of the Hot Wheels trucks there, they all have 9 points. Then here is the long list of trucks with 8 points, starting from Santa's Monster Sleigh all the way down to the Snowdrifters Dragon. They all have 8 points. Then there's 3 trucks there with 7, including Tasmanian Devil and Prowler. Their disappointing seasons continue. I wouldn't say it's over yet. You guys see what happened to Crustacean and the Snowdrifters Max D after both making it to the championship race in this event. They were around this area in the points, and then after today, they have both skyrocketed now to being Crustacean in the top 10, Snowdrifters Max D literally just 1 point behind the top 10. So I wouldn't say it's over if they make it to the championship race or possibly win the event in event number 6. I would say they're still alive, but as of right now, it is looking pretty doubtful. Then we have 4 trucks there with 6 points. They all have only 1 win so far this season. They've only won 1 race, and then in every single other event, they have all lost in round number 1. And then we get down to the 4 trucks at the bottom that have lost in round number 1 each time. Son of a Digger, Higher Education, Iron Man, and Pirate's Curse. Unfortunately, those 4 trucks are still looking to win their first race yet this season, and hopefully they can do that in event number 6. So that is pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. Congratulations once again to JB, the PA Motorsports Fan 05 in Crustacean for winning here today and now being in the top 10 in the points and still having a chance to win the championship. You certainly turned your season around here today. as did Salty Cracker FB and the Snowdrifters Max D, like I said before. And yeah, also congratulations to Cool and Chillbone, Nick Bro, and Dancer, and MonsterJamPlanet and Mechanical Mischief for being tied for the points lead. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure that you guys do so, because we are currently on the road to 17,000 subscribers. And then, as always, make sure to leave a like on the video, comment anything you guys want to down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.